And more breaking news coming in days after Narendra Modi's elevation within the BJP. The demand has come that he be made the NDA's prime ministerial candidate, and this demand is only getting stronger. Bihar BJP leader CP Thakur now says that the party will mollify Nitish Kumar and get him to accept Narendra Modi as the prime ministerial candidate. Now, CP Thakur seemed to suggest that Nitish Kumar would have no objections provided the BJP took the JDU on board on this matter. BJP's parliamentary board will announce who the prime ministerial candidate would be. Name of the prime ministerial candidate should be announced before elections. This is what CP Thakur feels. And let me bring in Rohit Singh for more on the story from Patna. Rohit, take us through the context in which CP Thakur said this.
One of CP Thakur has come to Patna today after he was appointed as the new Vice President of BJP, and we were speaking to him about Narendra Modi's elevation. And when we asked him questions that will the JDU-BJP alliance continue to work in case Narendra Modi is announced the prime ministerial candidate from BJP, in that case, CP Thakur was very confident. He said that there will be no problems at all, and there is no change within the NDA alliance as far as Narendra Modi's name is concerned. And we also questioned him that Nitish Kumar for time long has been opposed to Narendra Modi and has given many statements that say that he wanted a
Rohit, I'm just interrupting you for a moment. Let's just cut across and listen into BJP's Nirmala Sitharaman.
What does that indicate? What kind of a statement is that? I am not getting into the privileges of the parliamentary committees working or functioning, but these are interests of public interest. These are matters of public interest on which, as a principal opposition party, we are duty bound to raise questions for the sake of the public who want to know what is happening in JPC. The chairman also mentioned, and I again go back to saying that it was reported in the media, that if the DMK agrees not to have Mr. Raja appear, something to this effect, there was a statement, it was reported in various different media houses. I'll even read it to you if you want. If the DMK agrees not to have Mr. Raja appear, I mean, what is that statement? Is that not political stunt? You're trying to manage it politically? What does this imply? And you, in turn, allege a senior member of the JPC, a former minister, who has been repeatedly writing to you to say, please hold sittings of the JPC. Please let the investigation continue. When are you going to have? The last 2 months, it's public knowledge that the JPC has not even met. And the last 2 months are very significant because Mr. Raja, who is the prime accused in this case, has been repeatedly asking, I want to appear in front of the commission, JPC, please allow me. And when the prime accused, who happens to be a member of parliament, and on the matters which are being investigated by the JPC, is repeatedly requesting that I want to appear, and you don't allow it. And you also have, as reported in the press, the Attorney General, Shri Vahanavati, also saying, as reported again in the press, that he had seen the file, he had cleared it, but later probably an interpolation was made by Mr. Raja. If that statement was indeed made as is reported in the press, we from the Bharatiya Janata Party want to know if there is a clarification which has got to be obtained from Mr. Raja. Did he make that interpolation? Doesn't that question to the JPC? Therefore, the Congress is trying to probably do a political stunt, if I may use and borrow Mr. Chako's words. And they want to allege that one of the members, which is Shri Yashwant Sinha, is by writing to the Prime Minister doing a political stunt. We are astonished. We from the BJP were accused of having lost one entire session of the Parliament, winter session 2011, because we went on demanding a JPC. We were charged saying you've lost because of your, demand, one whole state was lost. Now when the JPC had to be given because of public pressure and because of the size of the scandal, you don't allow it to function. And when there are repeated requests from the members of the parliament who are there, it's a multi-party JPC, it's not a single party JPC. And when the members are themselves demanding, you allege them as being, obstructionist, you're charging them being political, making a political stunt, and that it is preposterous, you're reminding him of the norms. The BJP demands that keeping up his words, which he gave in Burari plenary of the AICC, at that time probably offered to appear before the PAC, which probably doesn't have the powers to call him to present his case before it. But the JPC has the powers. And the JPC is established to look into specific instances of corruption, and the JPC's objective is to establish accountability of the executive, accountability of particularly the political executive to the parliament, and that's a sacred accountability. And therefore the BJP today demands that the JPC to fulfill the objective for which it was established. It has to find the truth in this matter. The Prime Minister, keeping his words, his own words which he had given at that time in Burari, should now appear before the JPC which has the powers to call him. As a finance minister, Dr. Manmohan Singh in 1992 had appeared before a JPC. It's not new to him. Yashwant Sinha ji had appeared before a JPC. It's not new to this country's parliamentary democracy to have ministers appear before JPC. So the BJP demands, and again, has been repeatedly stating that the Prime Minister was privy to the decision taken. That the Prime Minister and the Finance Minister were privy to the decisions taken. And therefore, the BJP demands, as we have always been doing, that the Prime Minister and the then Finance Minister, who is currently the Finance Minister, to appear before the JPC. And the Congress give up its obstructionist methods and allow a joint parliamentary committee to carry on with its duties. The other issue we'd like to take up is about the Lokayukta in Gujarat. There are reports already in the media, and definitely enthusiastic members of the Congress, spokespersons, ministers and everybody are ready to talk about Gujarat because it's a matter of keen interest for the Congress party. We like to put a few facts before you about the Lokayukta, the bill which is getting passed in Gujarat. It is the Government of India's orders to have Nagarpalika, Mahanagarpalika and the Panchayats to be included in the bill. States are required to include Nagarpalika, Mahanagarpalika and Panchayats in the ambit of the Lokayukta. That is what the bill has done in Gujarat. That is one of the things the bill has done in Gujarat. That's on the suggestion of Government of India. But it's a very important suggestion because it is tied to release of funds. Second, the bill also has made it a multi-member Lokayukta. Even that is a suggestion by Government of India. And what the Gujarat bill has done is to say it will be a committee, but the multi-members, meaning the several of the members, will be appointed by the Supreme Court. Is there a problem with that? I thought it was very ideal to have the Supreme Court appoint. so that you're not going to have any state governments, raising questions, or anybody else in the opposition raising questions saying, oh, the government nominees. No. The bill has provided for these several members to be appointed by the Supreme Court. I'll just go back a bit to say why it is important for us. 2 years ago, in order to do the very same things, multi-member Lokayukta and also of Lokayukta, an ordinance was passed by the Gujarat government. And normally, all of us know, ordinances when passed by the government is approved by routine by the governors. But Gujarat is an exception in many ways. And the governor there in Gujarat returned this ordinance, which is normally not done. The importance of bringing the Nagarpalikas, Panchayats and Mahanagarpalikas into the Lokayat is very clearly laid out, because the government of India has made it clear that funds and grants will not be given to these bodies unless they are made part of the Lokayukta. 700 crores of Gujarat's money is pending and kept locked up in central government because they are not part of the Lokayukta.